Let me take you back to a distant past before bringing you back to a turbulent present. After the defeat of Lanka under the rule of its king, Ravan, Prince Lakshman asks Ram, his elder brother and the heir to the throne of Ayodhya, how about staying on in a vanquished land, in this vanquished Lanka, and ruling it? This proposal, coming from Lakshman, was in line with Bibhishan, the younger brother of Ravan, who, together with an army of monkeys and Sugriv, the Bear King, had played an important part in the defeat of his brother and the defeat of Lanka. Also, by aligning with the enemies and revealing the secret of Ravana's life, by revealing that Ravana's navel, it contained Amrit, that is the ambrosia, making him immortal. So it was futile to rain all those arrows on his 10 heads and other body parts. But Ram knew all too well that staying on in the kingdom won't be safe, even if it is even if it is vanquished, that is, given the presence of treasonous, treasonous characters like Bibhishan, who can get their own kin killed and cause the defeat of their ancestral land by revealing state secrets and aligning with the enemies, all for the sake of power. So, a wise Ram replies to his dear brother, who stayed, who stayed throughout a 14-year exile with him and his consort Sita, and who played a part in the defeat of Lanka. O Lakshman, my heart does not yearn for this Lanka made of gold. Mother and motherland are high above heaven. That is what Ram replies to his dear brother Lakshman. Apparently, Ram knew all too well that it won't be safe to stay on in a country infested with conspiratorial characters like Bibhishan. From the times of the Ram Ravan war, let's time travel straight to a classroom of the 80s. Our grade 5 curriculum consisted of moral education apart from Sanskrit, English, maths, science, health, vocational education, and Nepali. The school book on moral education had a fascinating story, which goes like this. There once was a huge, lush green tree. It sheltered a large number of birds. But then no tree is immortal, isn't it? And this tree was no exception. In the course of time, it started wilting. It started dying. The leafy branches that offered the inhabitants some protection from enemies like hunters and birds of prey, they were gone. One after the other, birds left the tree, but a parrot stayed on, grateful as ever to the birthplace that had offered the tiny being protection, nourishment, and a beautiful world of family and friends. This little bird piqued the interest of Indra, Lord Indra. Uh, in the guise of a lesser mortal, the king of heaven appeared near the tree and wanted to know why the parrot was not leaving a tree that was way past its prime and dying, while all of the other birds had already left it. With eyes full of tears and a heavy heart, the little bird, it sang to Indra the glory of the tree where the creature was born and brought up. The bird recalled a happy and fulfilling life spent on its branches that offered nourishment and protection from hunters, birds of prey, protection from the sun, the wind, and the rain. Rather than leaving, I would want to die here, the little bird sobbed. Pretty much impressed, Indra returned to his true avatar, gave the tree a new life, and sang the glory of the parrot and his undying love of and dedication to his birthplace. Soon enough, birds returned to the tree, making it a happy place once again. Back to the present. I recently had a conversation with one of my cousin brothers. He had returned to Nepal from abroad for a brief period, as is the case with most of the Nepalese based abroad. This brother shared with me that he will return home someday, maybe in 5 years. The natives, he pointed out the region, he pointed out the reason behind his impending decision. Thus, the natives of my adopted home will always take me as an alien, even if I take the citizenship of that country. The brother shared with me his plans to bring back to life an ancestral land that lies fallow. After my brief conversation with my brother, I have grown a bit more optimistic about the future of this heaven on earth that's wilting because of corruption, political instability, anarchy, nepotism, favoritism, and a culture of impunity. But let's be very clear about one thing. Unlike in those storybooks of our childhood, Indra or some other divine creatures won't descend on earth to give Nepal a new life. The cream of the cream and the children of toil, they all will have to shed blood, sweat, toil, and tears to revive this country, to bring this country back from the brink. Fellow Nepalese based in Nepal and abroad, this is an appeal. Are we waiting for some Subha Muhurta, that is, some auspicious time, to reclaim this country from the corrupt lot and reclaim our destiny? If we wait for that time, if we do not wake up and act soon enough, this time may never come. So let's wake up before it's too late, before Nepal slips out of our hands, forcing generations and generations of Nepalese to roam around continents for centuries. For what? In search of their ancestral land. This is all I have to ask for. This is all I have to request. I request the fellow Nepalese, the cream of the cream, and like the children of the toil, I ask them all to return to this country before it slips out of our hands. There already are indications that this country is fast slipping out of our hands. I request all of them to just, I humbly request, I'm no politician, no like big time columnist or something like that, but still I request them to just return home and just do every bit to bring this country back from the brink, to make this country livable once again, to just shape a destiny of this country and ensure it a brighter future. With this remark, I wrap up this edition of Soft Talk. I request you to subscribe to this channel, comment on our presentation, and press that like button. I request you all to be a bit more generous. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.